Hello guys, welcome to Defragmented. This is an indie game by a 4-man team named KlausGaming. It's an action RPG set in a cyberpunk future with a synthesizer soundtrack. It's sort of a fusion between the gameplay from Hotline Miami, Top-Down Shooter and RPG elements. There's no voice narration here, so there'll be a lot of reading, but being an RPG, the writing will be an important factor in deciding whether or not you'd like this game. So in this first look, I'll not skip the text, we'll read it. So let's roll. So this is the character creation. Welcome to Entropolis, citizen. Please use your automated system to establish your new identity. Funded by the Entropolis City Council. That's the city that we're in, Entropolis. Please select a gender to the left. So it can be either a male or a female. We'll go with male. And then we select a skin tone, and that's also just cosmetic. So we'll go with the one in the middle. A slight tan. Please select a class to the left. So we can be either a cyberseeker, starts with shotgun. Cyberseekers are tough, genetically enhanced warriors. They can take a beating and keep on fighting. Or we could be a railrunner, starts with SMG. Railrunners are quick and nimble. Time spent stealing valuables makes them excel at misdirection and speed. Or we could be an ascended, starts with energy weapon. The ascended are those of a higher mind. Through study they have gained extraordinary skills and abilities. So let's go with a cyberseeker and a shotgun. This concludes identity creation. Enjoy your stay in Entropolis. Let's roll. Welcome to the city of Entropolis and the saddest ramen shop you have ever seen. And you can actually look around a little bit with the mouse here. See a bit more of the edges of the screen. You arrived only just this morning, unprepared for the world within its towering walls. The streets are oil and water. Old and new world coexist in uneasy harmony. Men in dark suits sign contracts with their cybernetic eye implants. Women under taut umbrellas are escorted by private security forces. From the very air comes an overwhelming sense of decay. It's enough to make you... Hey. You gonna eat that soup or fix your hair in it? The restaurant owner chastises you, golden teeth glittering as he barks in your direction. For a first meal in the city, it's about as good as expected. From the only empty restaurant during lunch hours. It isn't long, however, before new customers arrive to interrupt your meal. You feel stares from a crowd of people standing behind you. Hey, welcome to the city of Entropolis. We just love tourists, don't we, boys? Looking down, you see a scowling brute reflected in your soup. You hold your breath and turn in your seat, preparing for a fight. You're surrounded. 5 imposing men look down at you. Each one has a matching uniform and a metal plate bolted to his skull. The leader stares you down as his enormous forehead gleams. What's a Morlock like you doing in our favorite Eden establishment? This is Pill's turf. Because Pills is the name of the gang. He's also sporting a pill on his t-shirt there. And in case you weren't aware of the bitter pills, also known as us, the gang members pat an embroidered pill on the front of their matching jackets. Well, we just so happen to be the group in charge of this entire neighborhood. When you try and take on the pills, you're gonna choke. The entire gang barks in unison. This must be the usual extortion scheme, just your luck. You look for an escape route, but these bitter pills have you surrounded. However, as the lead pill lumbers toward you, he's knocked clear of his feet and flies down the alleyway. It's not a particularly menacing name for a gang. Oof. The remaining thugs turn toward the street to face the surprise attacker, so now they're getting attacked. A figure walks toward the restaurant with measured steps, firing rippling waves of energy at the street gang. Some sort of non-lethal stun weapon. You watch your would-be assailants fly across the pavement, then hear a voice behind you. So I guess she must be an ascended if she is using a energy weapon. Good afternoon. You must be new in town. This woman's voice is calm, tone collected. She might have done more than just disarm thugs like the pills. So we are saved by a pink-haired lady. I can see you aren't armed. If you promise not to run, I'll lower my weapon. You raise your hands in surrender. The weapon's humming subsides. The name's My Vermouth. You look like you could use a tour guide. She looks you up and down and laughs, amused by your appearance. by your clothes and choice of lunch menu, you look like you could use more than that. I'm the curator of the illustrious Entropolis Cybernetics Museum. I've got staff, lodging and some personal projects that need completing. So I guess we're getting a job here. These bitter pills aren't the only problem we have around here. You ever follow orders before? You're not, she laughs. Looks like it, come on, let's get you something real to eat and a place to sleep. I'll make you a real citizen of Entropolis. There's something about this woman. Maybe the two of you are supposed to meet like this. So we got a job. That evening, she gives you your first assignment. Take out some pills in one of her organization's service tunnels. Better do it quick and get on her good side. So here's the controls, WASD to move, use mouse to aim. This isn't some training exercise, time to get moving. So we play the game as a top-down shooter, a lot like a Hotline Miami. But the graphics are much more neon inspired. Use ZX to rotate the camera, hold space to look at a point, use C to swap camera angles. Let's just try that. So C brings us closer. And Z and X rotates the camera. And space will look at the rest of the map. You see there's a guy here with the back turned to us and another guy patrolling down there. Use left click to shoot your equipped weapon, use right click to throw detonating mesh bombs, use Q to melee. Melee attacks can destroy various objects. So I guess we should not make any noise, he's turned towards us. Let's just read the text here. Shoot first, they won't hesitate to do the same. Okay. Let's see if we can shoot over the box. Yeah, we can. So we took him out with the shotgun there. And made a bloody mess on the floor. We can break the rest of this with a melee attack. Alright, let's look ahead a little bit. So, yeah, he's not going to see us if we come through there. He's going to rotate the camera. Hold left shift to sprint, you cannot shoot while sprinting. Okay. Assess your situation, running is always an option. Run over here. So when he turns around, maybe we should try and melee him. Run up to him and melee him. I took him out with a melee strike. Completes the mission. So we get a kill death ratio here. Total deaths, time taken, final rank A. So that gives a +1 credits for completing the mission. So that's great. I'll break the rest of this board. Use I to open the inventory. Items can be quickly compared by selecting one, then highlighting another. Alternatively, item levels are displayed next to their names. DPS is the main comparison point for weapons. Other stats such as accuracy or reload speed are up to personal preference. Okay. Your loadout is your only ally. New gear can be found everywhere. And I know that new gear is procedurally generated. So the enemies will have different gear every time you play a mission. So right now we are using a second-hand enforced shotgun. And we don't have anything else to equip. And here's the talent tree. We have no talent points to spend right now. So here's probably gear. Proceed to open. You get 8 credits. And this cumbersome laser. Let's just check. So we'll highlight this one and then we'll mouse over this so we can compare. Yeah, so the DPS is better on the second-hand enforcer, and also we are not ascended, so I guess the cumbersome laser would not fit us very well. Let's proceed to the exit. How did you find yourself here in Entropolis? Just like anyone else, thrown about by the powers of fate, you figure? The future ain't what it used to be. Not since the haze crept across the sky. A century ago, a scientific experiment went awry and blotted out the sun. Everyone suffered through the drying of the earth and the great hungers. Eventually, great minds from the city found a way to harness that thick smoke into reusable energy. The world's energy problem was solved in an instant, but mankind could no longer leave the planet. There is a ceiling above the house of man, limiting his exodus into the once starry sky. Humanity managed to scrape by and find some small salvation. Along came the farming domes, gardens where natural life could exist again. You worked at one of those domes until the money dried up. With nowhere else to turn, you headed towards Entropolis by railway. The trains shuttle supplies and information from dome to dome, restocking the city's dwindling stores. These rails are the veins of this cracked old world. From one look at the city streets, Entropolis must be the throbbing viscera. As one of the last sustainable cities near the Western Sea, it supports and transports more than 50 million people across its urban landscape. Crowds hustle to put one more day behind them, hurrying to massive elevators that shoot to the tops of imposing skyscrapers. This is home now, at least until you find a new life. It's a new day. You've been asked to do another favor for Mai. The bitter pills hijacked an adjunct ticket office used by the Entropolis Cybernetics Museum. Miss Vermoth wants her property back. The building is obviously being used as more than a ticket office, but why would a petty gang want control of it? Alright, so now we're in level 2 here. Let's just loot this logger. So I don't think he can see us here. He's turning around. There's more ammo. Guess we could close quarter him. You have died. Press R to reset. Okay, so if you die, it's exactly the same as Hotline Miami. Just press R and you can try again. Let's just loot these loggers again. So now there's something different here. Just picked up a weapon. I want to close quarter him so he doesn't signal the other guys. Or maybe we should look up here. Yeah, there's no one else watching. It doesn't look like he noticed anything. We made a level. Now this guy's looking for us. There we go. Took him out in the back. Mission complete. But I died 3 times doing this. But I still got an A rank though, and 5 credits. So now we should loot all of this stuff. And we should see what we can do in the skill tree. Just press the I button here. Look at the talent tree here, circuit breaker. So now we are level 2. And we have 2 talent points that we can spend. So this is power flow. Next level will give plus 2% critical hit damage. And this one will be plus 1 second duration on energy stacks. Let's take a look at the next talent tree here, monolith. Armor plating, plus 1% damage resistance. And plus 1% dodge chance over here in reflexes. So this is defense and this is attack skill tree. So let's just put 1 point in this one to get better critical damage. I'll put 1 point into armor plating to upgrade our resistance. That's it. Now we spent all of our points. There's something on the table over here. Some more ammo. There's a chest. Accurate sweeper. Looks like an SMG. So let's head through the door here. Open these lockers. Substantial enforcer. It's a shotgun, but it's still worse than the one we have, I think. There must be a shop though, you can sell all of this stuff. So let's just leave. We already did what we came to do. We've been settling in day by day. Mai wasn't kidding about needing a tour guide. She's your one constant amidst the dizzying chaos of the massive city. So this must be the museum that we're now working for. I'll be up in a minute. Make yourself comfortable in my office. Mai even gave you a personal data assistant, your window into the inner workings of Entropolis. It's standard equipment for anyone under the museum's curator's care. As you look around Mai's command center, you think back upon that first fateful meeting. Out of all of the people to run into, why her? And why are you still here? You're not being treated like a hired gun, but taking down those in the way of Via Ascencio requires a lot of violence. Via Ascencio is a rebel faction in the city of Entropolis, headed by Mai Vermouth and staffed by employees of the Entropolis Cybernetics Museum. The mission is to spread the belief that cybernetics will bring about the next era of human evolution. Seems like the bitter pills don't have many ideals guiding them. They're just fucks with lots of guns and money. So why are they targeting Via Ascencio? Mai enters the room in a hurry, smoothing down her ruffled hair. Sorry I'm late. I was just straightening out some issues in the East Wing. One of the reconstructed cyborgs started raving about revolution. Typical curator problems. One day you're a diplomat and the next you're leading secret wars against tyranny. Are you enjoying your time in the mysterious offices of Via Ascencio? She cracks a sly smile. We may not be the most popular activists in Entropolis, but we certainly have the most class. Now that we've reclaimed that extra ticket office, we'll be able to launch operations throughout the entire east side. My agents spotted soldiers from the Entropolis City Council heading into the nearby sewers. Turns out the ECC has been working on something down there. I'd like you to gather intel. There should be a computer system you can access. Find out what you can and report back. Use number keys to swap weapons abilities. The bar at the bottom center of the screen will reflect active abilities or items. Use F to use your current active ability. If you look at the inventory, we can see the abilities here. So the ability 1 is Power Burst, and it costs 25 AP, and that's the purple power bar down there. Description: deal melee damage to all enemies and objects in a large area around you. So you have to be close to use it, and you seem to die pretty easy in this game, so I don't know how useful that is. Ability 2 is Energize, and that costs 50. Use all energy stacks, free max to heal 5% of your max HP. Each instantly refill your weapon if using 3 stacks. Kills award 1 stack. So the more kills we have, the better stack we have. The third ability is Heat Sink, and it costs 75, which is 75% of the AP bar. Temporarily gain 20% damage resist and bonus damage, but lose 50% movement speed, 6-second duration. So we could switch between the abilities that we want to use here. I'll leave it at 6, because that sounds the most useful. I'll take out this guy and open up the door. Oh, I clicked it twice. Let's just run up here, take out this guy. I'll activate the ability before I shoot. It actually created a critical, so he died on the first shot. So open up that door. Open up the next door. Head back down. So let's check the other door first before we try and fight this guy. See if there's anything in this we can use. Lockbox. Some credits. Here's an orange gun, which is it's color coded, so this is one of the best items that you can get. It has 17.76 DPS, which is a lot. Let's take a look here. We should use this. If we compare it to what we have, it's better in every way. So we'll use that. We also have these second-hand mesh bombs. I think it's a timed explosive. Maybe we could try and throw that at the guy in the other room. I don't know how far we can throw it though. I'll just shoot the way where we see him coming. See his laser sight. Unfortunately, something fell down there. I think it's credits, so we'll have to leave that. But I guess it's handy that you can see their laser sight and just shoot in that direction when they come for you. Let's just read the text there on the ground. Talent points from level ups let you customize your character. So there's credits here. Some more credits in this lockbox. I guess we can activate the computer over here now. Data terminal. Mission complete. So we got a B for this and 16 credits. So we're back at the museum. Damn it, this is not what I needed to hear today. She doesn't look too happy. Mai slams a fist on the table, teeth clenched. You've never seen her lose composure before. The council is sending street gangs after us. We Asensio could be in some serious trouble. The data you found in the sewers points to the Entropolis City Council, the leading government, using the bitter pills as foot soldiers against Mai's organization. While the ECC isn't directly involved with this gang war, Mai must be nervous. She's smart, but they've got the means and the money to scrub VA off the streets. Looks like we are taking things a step further. Since you're still new here, let me explain why the council is after us. The Entropolis City Council rose up after the end of the old world and built this city. But what do you work for once the city is built and the people are protected? Via Asensio believes that augmenting our existing biology is the key to evolution. It's not the most natural way to live, but it lets each of us reproduce and grow as a species. The Council, on the other hand, believes that cloning is humanity's way forward. Rather than trust our own genes, the ECC wants to keep the greatest minds alive by duplicating them infinitely. It keeps the police force strong too. They see this future as utopia, but it's an evolutionary dead end. The human race will be frozen in time forever, until our machines break down and the haze destroys us. The Council's biggest corporate partner is a company called 2x2, a think tank that creates many of our modern conveniences. Your data assistant was built at 2x2. Same goes for the packaged meal you ate this morning. They are a mega corporation that goes largely unchecked thanks to unlimited funding from the ECC. The lead scientist, the one who made every breakthrough in the cloning process, is trapped up there. So the rumor goes anyway. You see a cold fire burning in her eyes. Nothing comes from worshipping the dead. With agents like you, we Asensio can stop the ECC and their plans. But we can't do anything about the council until we get the pills off our backs. The Bitter Pills HQ is BOW, a well-known restaurant on 433rd and 8th. Send them a message by wiping out all resistance during peak hours. My smile is looking at you like an old friend. I know you can be trusted with this. Oh, I nearly forgot. One of our technicians finished hooking you up to VA's secure network. I'll let them take it from here. Thanks, Mai. You've been doing great work so far, but don't get cocky. Missions from here on out are going to be much more difficult. Take time to make preparations. I granted you access to our computer system. You can upgrade your loadout, study your past statistics and more. VA was founded on the belief that we can learn from our past, so think things through before you jump into the next operation. We'll give you a few minutes to look around and get familiar with the terminal. As Maya and the VA member brief you, on your next mission you ponder this strange relationship. Good thing you're on their side. So now we're in the VA secured network, and we're level 3 cyber circuit, and we have 117 credits. And none of these deal EO coins, whatever those are. So we have operations, stats, mastery, settings, and everything else. Mastery, note acquire kills while wielding a certain weapon type to gain mastery points. Every mastery level increases all damage dealt by 2%. So we have 1 mastery point in the pistol and 13 in the shotgun. And damage bonus of 2%. So here's our stats, how many enemies we killed, bullets fired and all that stuff. Let's head back. Operations. Complete the game to unlock additional features. There's something locked down here. Here's the Deal EO world. Deal EO world is open for business. We might have a low budget, but we still have the best deals. Let's enter. So here we are in the shop. And we got an achievement. Buy something, won't you? Well, you actually came. This is a remarkable meeting. You managed to keep a lonely, humble DLEO unit at the forefront of your thoughts during your epic struggle. Remarkable. Here at DLEO World, you can enjoy any convenience that a range of DLEO vendors have to offer. Purchase new items and upgrade your arsenal. In the future, you'll even be able to reset your skill points at will. Nominal fees apply. Deal EO units do not take responsibility for any negative side effects that may occur as a result of min-maxing. You can also unload your useless junk onto us and we'll pretend we have a use for it. Convenient. Deal EO world is now yours to savor. Well, actually it's a bit messy at the moment. The esteemed Sencho, Renegade Cup and friend to all DEO systems managed to get this place up and running. But my fellow units and I lack certain city council comforts that we've come to depend on. If you donate a certain amount of credits to our noble cause, we'll be able to upgrade our facilities. So keep throwing your ill-gotten money at any vendor you encounter and we'll eventually be sitting prettiest of all. On behalf of DEOs the city over, I leave the dangerous decisions of interior decorating to you. Deal EO places an arm under its center and leans forward, attempting a bow. Looks like it's leaning too far forward. Crash. Oh dear, could you reinstall me at your earliest convenience? Someone needs to give this floor a good sweeping too. So I wonder what this is, but now it's raining. Looks pretty cool. It also looks like the environment is pulsating to the beat here. Grab these credits and ammo. Take a look. There's no enemies at all, so it's just a lot of stuff that we can pick up. So here's a storage box where we can store stuff that we might need later but not need now. But I think we're just going to sell all of the stuff that we don't need now. Let's break down these boards here. 22 crits. And some more ammo and crits. So I guess this is our base of operations really. So let's just get this DLEO guy going again. So let's sell the stuff that we don't need. So this is all he's got right now. I guess he'll have something better later on. Here's a powerful sniper. This one is 324 crits and we only have 178, so let's just leave. So now it's time to go on a different mission. So we're playing chapter 1 right now and 2, 3 and 4 are still locked, so let's head into chapter 1. And we already played the beginning, the meeting, the sewers, so now we have to do the restaurant. And the 5th mission is locked. So we can start in different ways. So painless means enemy level is lowered and expert enemies do not appear. Rank is limited to A. Start hardwired, enemy level is scaled with the player and expert enemies appear much more often. Recommended level 6. Toggle intro, so we can play with or without the intro. So we'll just start normal. So here we are at the restaurant. Got quite a lot of enemies. So maybe if we leave a bomb there. That didn't help, but we took him out without taking damage, which is okay. So let's spend these ability points that we have. So let's get the plus 1% dodge chance. Let's see if we can get in here without dying. He spotted us. So there are quite a lot of guys in there searching. He has a shotgun. Hide over here. We made a level, so we got all of our health back. Let's just spend the points. Let's get extra critical damage. I have to see where the enemies are. So he's over here. So we should be able to shoot him in the back when he turns around. I'll pop the ability just to be safe. There we go. Let's have a look. There's no one down here. So I guess we'll face 2 guys in there. We can shoot the first one from here. I'll pop the ability. There we go. That was the last of them. So I died quite a lot trying to do this. So I've got a B. Plus 64 credits. That's okay. After incapacitating the last gang member in the restaurant, you survey the scene of destruction. Crash. From behind you comes a sound of plates toppling over. You wheel around just in time to see a pair of boots rushing through the back door. Looks like one gang member is slipping away. It won't do to have any survivors. You rush over and kick open the back door, leading into the alleyway. Turning to your right, you see a figure in a pill's jacket scrambling away. You train your gun on him with deadly precision and fire. The bullet buries itself in the deserter's leg. The bitter pill screams. The fuck lurches forward, then drops to the pavement, limbs askew. Blood pools on the concrete underneath his crippled leg. You pick him up, looking to disable his communicator. It's the man from the ramen shop. You toss the brute backwards with newfound strength and fury. He slams into the wall with a groan, leaving a trail of blood as he then slides to the ground. He looks up eyes wide with amazement. You, I thought you were just a tourist, but now I see you in those clothes. You're part of that woman's terrorist squad, aren't you? I should have killed you right then and there in the goddamn streets. I must have killed about 100 of you souped up weirdos, but I guess my time's up, huh? Good luck with your stupid crusade. Exhaustion and blood loss sap the last of the pill's strength. Terrorist squad crusade? Just how long has Mai been fighting the city government? Before you have time to act, you hear a whisper from the dying pill. If you or any one of you think you can mess with the pills, you're gonna blow. With one last burst of strength, the pill pulls a hidden mesh bomb from his jacket and holds it aloft. Instinct puts your legs in motion, you barely miss being ripped to shreds. The force of the blast knocks you further off your feet. You sail towards a building on the opposite side of the alley, then topple to the ground. You've survived, if not with some serious bruises. Your mission is complete, but the war isn't over. Maybe you'll stick to the streets for a while, away from Mai's other agents. You should report to Mai after the remaining pills have been eradicated. You set out down the alleyway as sirens blare in the distance. You are back in a humble abode here, later that evening. You waste no time conducting a final investigation on the pills. Following clues you picked up from the restaurant, you discover that the last of the gang is hiding in a nearby apartment complex. They won't expect a raid so soon, especially if it's a one-agent operation. One last battle and the pills will be gone for good. Alright, so we went straight into the next mission here, and we also have an ability point to spend. So put it into doing more damage with the pistol. Alright, so let's head up here through the alleyway. I want to check out this guy here. When he comes through the door, we'll pop the ability. I will check him out. I think we can shoot this guy past the table. Is it a detective hat? What the hell? Maybe it's a secret area. Alright, so we took out the last guy who came for us there. Level completed, proceed to exit. And there's something up here we can grab. Ah, the detective. This is a semi-automatic. Orange with a lot of damage. So we'll grab that. So we'll equip that instead of the nimble sidearm. So I guess there's one mission left in chapter 1. The apartments. Alright guys, that's the game. It's sort of a fusion between a Cyberpunk RPG and Hotline Miami. Pick it up if you think it looks interesting. I'll put the link in the description. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you all next time.